All right, it's Monday, May 2nd. It's about 11 a.m. and we're driving on the Paramus corridor here on Route 4 going westbound. And we're going to go on a little market tour of the buildings that we looked at last week for room and board. We're approaching the junction of Route 17 and Route 4 where they come together, and on the right side we're approaching 35 Plaza, and right past 35 Plaza is one of the buildings we looked at, 55 Route 4, former Levitt's. And right when we pass the Levitt's, we have the intersection of Route 17, and we're going to head northbound on 17. Immediately in front of us, to the left here, is the Garden State Plaza, and then to the right we have IKEA, and we're heading north on 17 now. When we go under this overpass, immediately on our right, we'll see the building 150 Route 17, the former Fortunoff, approximately 20,000 square feet, over 20,000 square feet of space, with a basement that is probably not usable. It's the building with the red facade, red and white. As we continue down Route 17, we're going to be approaching Paramus Town Square. This is the piece that has the end cap available, about 20,000 square feet on the end cap. We have Raymore and Flanagan on our right, and immediately after is the end cap of Paramus Town Square. Now we're approaching the intersection where you can get on the Garden State Parkway north, and this is also an exit coming onto 17 from the Garden State Parkway once we pass this overpass. And if you see the cars to the right, they're coming from the Garden State Parkway, getting on to 17 North. As we approach here on the right, we have the Container Store and West Elm. Just past West Elm, we have Stu Leonard's Wines. And just beyond this building, Trader Joe's is immediately to the right. We just passed Midland Avenue. And once you pass Midland Avenue, we're approaching Paramus Park Mall. It's very hard to see from Route 17 because it sits back behind all these buildings. Bob's Discount Furniture, and to the right here in the back, it's hard to see, but that's Paramus Park. And immediately on our right is Crate and Barrel's store, next to Home Depot. Here's a second entrance for Paramus Park Mall. We're driving at approximately 40 miles an hour. It's taken about 3 minutes on 17 to get to this point, and we're approaching Ridgewood Avenue. And just past the overpass, when we approach this next overpass of Ridgewood Avenue, is another site we looked at, 776 Route 17. This will be the built-to-suit, essentially, with the LA Fitness attached to it. It's past the overpass that we're approaching of Ridgewood Avenue. This is the Ridgewood Avenue overpass. Right now there's pearl paint is in there. This would be the front of the building, and to the right will be the LA Fitness. And the first turnaround going north on 17 so customers can turn is Linwood Avenue. It's approximately a quarter of a mile north of 776 Route 17, and essentially this is the end of the corridor, and it turns into basically a highway going north, and until you get up into the Ramsey Market.